Another Soulful Sunday coming to you at the Outreach Center, Schenectady. And we are here continuing on with something that's very important socially and community wise. We are running with this as a mother's message. And these conversations are extremely necessary and important. So before I ask you to introduce yourself, I would like to take the opportunity to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my extreme gratitude. The conversation that's about to be had is very deep, and I have often, along with my husband, had several things that we always come with, and it's like, what's the most appropriate thing that you could say, and it doesn't. There's never something appropriate to say. So, other than thanking you for being here and sharing a part of your life, a part of a story and a journey, thank you is the only appropriate thing that I can come up to say. If you would, please introduce you. Please let us know where you're from, and we'll take everything from there.
Okay. I'm Tyesha Murray. I'm from Schenectady, New York.
Nice, 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 nice. Um, we're coming today to continue to talk about uh, transitioning and trauma and the loss of children. And you lost someone very special to you.
I did.
Um, would you kind of walk us through that? Kind of let us know, like the person that you've lost, the circumstance that took place, and how that has impacted and affected you as a woman, as a mom, as a human.
Okay. I lost my daughter, Medina Knowles, September 15, 2016. She was 17 years old. A guy came into our home and shot her. Um, it's been terrible, very devastating. To be honest, I don't even know how I've survived this long. Um, it's, I mean, I. It seems like, honestly, I feel like God put me in some sort of coma or cocoon or something to sustain me. Because I promise, first 2 years, 2, 3 years, especially the first year, I don't really remember a lot of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say I don't know how I survived this long. I don't know what's going on. Like it's like the spirit or whatever dragging my body around. So yeah, it's been very, very difficult. Extremely.
Could you tell us about your daughter? She's 17. What was a day like for your daughter? As you would interact with her, or she would call. What was your daughter like? What was?
My daughter was beautiful. She was very independent. Um, Let my parents tell it like me. So if I would call them to complain or something, they would be like, I don't even want to hear it. you know, we don't even want to hear it because that's how you did us. But she was very independent. She wasn't no joke though. Either she liked you or she didn't. But she was a sweet person, a very nice person. Her laugh was hilarious in itself. Um, you don't even know it's funny, and just because the way she's laughing, you're laughing too. Yeah.
Leading up to the to to the experience, where you say someone came to your home. Was this a relationship that your daughter knew of? Was this a relationship your daughter was stepping away from?
Well, I didn't really know of the relationship. I didn't find out a lot of what was going on until after my daughter died. But I do know that my daughter knew she was in trouble because she came. I used to tell her all the time, you know what? Pretty soon we're going down south. We're getting up out of here. And she'd be like, oh, Mom, I don't want to go down south. And then one day she came to me and she's like, Mom, you're right. I'm ready to go. I need to get out of here. Mm-hmm. I'm sick of all of this. And I'm like, what you mean by that? But she never really answered me. But I can tell her sincerity and, like, she was ready. She was ready to get up out of here because she knew that she was in trouble. So, yeah, I didn't really know him. To be honest, I don't want to sound insensitive or anything, but I thought the guy was gay because one day I pulled up in a taxi and he was outside braiding her hair, and I'm thinking, I just assumed that this was some guy, like a gay guy,
a gentleman she knew.
Yes, braiding her hair and somebody she knew. I laughed. She started laughing when I got out of the taxi with that laugh, and so it made me laugh. And then I just went on about my business. Didn't think anything of it. And shortly after that happened.
As a mom, like I said, your daughter was very independent. So in part of those independence as young women, we tend not to share things because we think that we can handle it. And in her way of trying to invite you into whatever situation she felt was troubling her, it was by informing you, like, I'm ready to go because there's something that's happening. Mm-hmm. And she couldn't fully disclose that to you.
Well, no, she couldn't. But I knew, as her mother, I knew something wasn't right with her because of her behavior. She just, like the lashing out and like that type of thing was going on. And it was like, something got to be wrong with her because I knew, but, trying to be patient and, trying to not to just flip out, but like just be there for her and try to listen and give her opportunities and continue asking, what is the matter? What is wrong with you? What's happening to you? That's the approach that I took. So,
I know that you expressed when you first started speaking that, for a long period of that time, you're kind of like disillusioned, you're here, but you're not here. And that goes with, I guess, not fully understanding or not fully being able to absorb what's going on. Did you have any form of support that was given to you, whether it be, your community, your family, your friends, her friends, people she knew? Like I've indicated, like when situations like this occur, we don't really know, or we try to give the only support that we can give to someone. And it's not necessarily even the support that you need, because as a mother of a child and, it's a tragic loss, what are the feelings that you're experiencing? If you can bring yourself back to that, do you know what it is like that you felt when it happened, or even, within the next 2 weeks of having to make decisions? What emotions are you experiencing? What's going through your body and through your mind at those times?
Well, I'll start with, as far as any decisions that were being made, thank God for my grandmother, because I don't know. I have no idea. I remember her coming into the kitchen and saying that we needed to sit down with the funeral director. Yeah. So, and then I remember picking out a casket. Like, but it didn't seem real. It didn't seem like I felt like I was on the outside looking in at all of that. So, and then, like, as far as support, family was there as much as they could be. Friends were there as much as they could be. But, they say, when the funeral's over and the casket is buried, people go on about their lives. So then it was, you know, me trying to seek professional help and all this because I'm telling you, I have no idea how I lived like that. And I don't think anybody did it on purpose, but like even the professionals, I don't even think they knew what to do. You know, you start when everybody you see look like they need to be on the couch. Once you start talking, it's like okay. Then it's like you wonder how people get addicted and stuff to certain drugs and all that because I couldn't get anybody to give me anything more than a vitamin, basically. Like, what part of I'm dying over here have you missed? You know, I need something because it was terrible. Like, I think I lost like 80 pounds in a month. Every time the DA's office would call me, they already knew to give me a minute because that phone call would have my anxiety on 80,000. So now I got to do what I got to do, cough, get it all out, all of this, just so I can have a conversation. My memory all of a sudden was terrible. I don't know. And, you know, I was given the explanation that maybe it was like my brain trying to protect me from everything. Because not only did I lose my daughter, but I found the guy standing over her. Like it was a mess. It was absolutely terrible. So I don't know. It was nobody but God, I guess. Because I just wasn't making it. And you don't know what it's like unless you've been there.
No, that's the truth. You know, like it's difficult to have a conversation with a mother. Even, you know, I'm a mother of a young man, and there's a lot of violence going on with our youth, a lot. And like you said, when you sit on the couch and you're talking to people who are supposed to be experts and the people who are supposed to be able to try to help you, you know, we hold these conversations and we try to look for like some type of an answer. We're looking for some type of a, please make this make sense.
Right.
And you as a mom to lose a child, which is, you know, a part of you. You know, I don't think any person actually can fully understand like unconditional love until you have a child because you love something outside of you. And we can teach and we can try to direct, but we can't control our children. You know, they make the decisions and we, like you said, you know, you sit back and you want to let them get their experience. You know, we want to be patient. We are here for them. And what type of conversation, and I mean, maybe you didn't, because like I said, I'm never going to know or willfully, what type of conversations have you held with yourself? Because, I mean, do you have like what could I have done? What should I have done?
Oh, God.
What could be different? Or why didn't she? Or, you know, the awareness of, you know, like you said, you got out and you thought that he was like just some cool friend, you know what I mean? And like the next thing you know, you're finding that you've lost your daughter to the hands of this person.
I mean, the conversations that I have with myself, to be honest, they're really